Welcome to TWALE TV. Welcome back straight into this West Ham fans. I've got to give this apology very sincerely to these couple of West Ham fans who were not happy with my use of the word moron when I was describing them in terms of them, ganging up on Sam Allardyce to get sacked for not playing their style of game. I haven't rescued them from relegation. Well, I haven't rescued them from the championship, really. So it was I think my anger got the best of me. So I did apologize to the gentleman. And then another fan, they actually told me, don't worry, Omar, that's fine. But I told them I'll make an online apology. This is what it's all about. So, but still, I've asked you, why didn't you call for his sacking when you were in the championship? That was the question I said to them. Okay, I might have portrayed my annoyance, with an abusive word, but I said to you, you can't give me an answer to that. You were quite happy with Sam Allardyce. He took you from the championship straight back to the Premier League, and you were calling for him to get sacked. He eventually got sacked. That's why I used that word. I don't want to repeat it. Anyway, now let's go straight into this weekend's activities. First of all, I would love to thank this new set of followers on TWALE TV Sports. Thank you, guys. You know yourselves. I've been seeing the numbers go up. I've been seeing different names and all these guys. I'm full of guys and girls. So I'm full of excitement. Like I said to you, when I see these numbers, I just break dance, man. And I love it. Thank you, guys. Keep following us. Keep telling your friends and your family and everybody about TWALE TV Sports. Tell them there's this bloke who just loves running his mouth about English Premier League and sports in general. So that's that. Thank you, guys. We're going to go straight into, I think, first of all, I'll have to touch base on something that's very particular to me. Whether you like it or not, this, we can still say we're Chelsea. All right. Yours truly, you know that. So Chelsea's problem. Why do we still have this problem? Why does our problem continues? It's very simple for me, okay? We've got all these talents and we're playing exceptionally well with our hold of the ball, our passing of the game. But if you're not winning the game, excuse me, no matter how good you are, you're not good. So this is becoming too common with Chelsea under Graham Potter. I don't want to pick out Graham Potter as a scapegoat, but when things are not going right in football, it's always about the manager. We all know that. So Graham Potter, for me, I think the owners must be watching, and be asking themselves, is it that time when we should be considering other options or plan B? Because he's not delivering as we speak. You can't have all these talents and then for some reason the midfield and the forward were not delivering. They were quite effective. They were quite aggressive against West Ham, but it's no excuse when you don't win games. After spending over $500 million, you've been there for 6 months and plus. So it's not about not giving you enough time. There is never enough time when you're picking up a top club. I've been saying that. So we leave that. So the problem remains with Graham Potter, in my view. If the team can look at Havertz, that used to be like I don't know. Havertz, in my view, under Thomas Tuchel, he only needs 2-3 chances to convert one. Now, Havertz probably need about a dozen chances to score a goal. What is going on? You keep taking off Modric, this explosive young talent. Whatever the feud between, the manager and Aubameyang, we know that one is a dead case. Aubameyang ain't coming back because it's the only natural number 9 we have, but something is not right behind the door. We have been saying that. So, I don't know. Chelsea's problem is too much for my head, seriously. Okay, anyway. Is Ten Hag creating a third? Well, is it creating a three-way? Because I can't understand what's going on now. Ten Hag seems to be creeping in very slowly, and it's like a 3-horse race now, not a 2-horse race anymore. The way he keeps coming and keep creeping, we're not taking notice. And it didn't dawn on, well, it dawned on me, actually. It dawned on me just a few days ago. And I thought, this guy, if he wins this weekend again, that will bring him, to second position before Man City plays. That's a massive boost for, Man U players, even though they are a few points behind them, behind the top two. And I thought, fantastic. It would be nice for us to have a three-horse race. And that's exactly what looks likely now. So let's watch out for Tenago. We've not been bigging, we're not bigging him up enough. And Man U fans, I'm sure you'll be happy about this. I was on your back criticizing everything, even up until you appointed Ten Hag, that you were nothing but your shadow of the past. But for some reason, this guy has actually created some momentum, okay? And it's not been talked about in the mainstream media as much as people are talking about Arsenal. Okay, Arsenal have had their momentum since the beginning of the season, but now Ten Hag is replicated what Arsenal has been doing. It's won about 10 out of 11 games. So we're not talking much about him. And, it dawned on me that, wow, Omar, what's going on? You're not talking about this guy. He's doing some magic there now. So I don't want it to be too late before I catch on, before people start talking about it. So Ten Hag is doing something. He's creating a three-horse race. And that'll be fantastic. Because in my view, I never thought they will create that. But the season is still far. Like people say, I don't think it's still far. Don't forget, we're doing the 10-game count for Arsenal. This is the second of the 10 games. I said I'm going to count down on 10 games for Arsenal, which will bring them to the last quarter of the season. And if they can, just get the numbers and keep the momentum going till the last quarter, when we would have 8 games, obviously, to play, as per my calculation. So if they can continue to replicate what they've been doing, the last quarter for me is going to be everybody's race. The top 3, top 4 is going to be serious. But whoever is leading with massive points or, reasonable points at the time will surely nick it. That's my view. So Arsenal, the first game from the 10-game countdown, it was square. You tick the box because you lost to Everton last weekend and Manchester City lost to Tottenham. So nothing changed. But then this weekend, something has changed. Okay, something has changed. You dropped 2 points against Brentford, and Manchester City, they win convincingly against Aston Villa. So, and that, what I meant by something has changed is this is the first time Arsenal have blipped consecutively. Okay, they lost to Man U on their 6th game of the season, I think, and then they went back to the momentum. So now they lost to Everton last weekend, and this weekend they dropped 2 points against Brentford. This is the first consecutive drop of points for Arsenal. So on your second game of the 10-game countdown, Arsenal, you didn't tick the box, but it still doesn't mean you are not still rated as the favorite, as I see you since the last 21 games. But the critical point we are at now is that you're only 3 points leading. You have a game in hand and 3 points ahead of Man City. But guess what? You're meeting Man City next. Wow. Critical points now. Let's wait and see what the third game brings for both teams, right? So, in my view, second game, Arsenal, is the first time I've seen something shaky. Let's wait to the midweek when you meet City, and then we'll be able to evaluate that even further. That's that on Arsenal. And then one thing I really want to touch base on, really, is this group of fans who are, like I said to you, there are some new followers who have been following TWALE TV Sports. It gives me great joy, really. So, I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait for you guys to enjoy, more segments, more interesting programs that we're bringing on these channels. I use the word channels. TWALE TV Sports, TWALE TV Entertainment. That's our sister channel where we have entertainment programs for you. So thank you for listening. I was going to go through all the matches over the weekend, which briefly I can still do. Arsenal Brentford, no big deal. The only big deal was Arsenal dropped 2 points. Bournemouth Newcastle, another big deal. The only big deal was that Newcastle conceded first in the Premier League game for a very long time. And that looks like some shaky, situation there with Newcastle as well. Okay, they are the meanest defense we know in the Premier League this season. One of the meanest, really. And they just couldn't roll over Bournemouth. Bournemouth could have nicked it. So Crystal Palace, Brighton, well, you would expect Brighton to keep on with the momentum, but kudos to Crystal Palace. Fulham, Nottingham Forest. I am very happy with Marco Silva. Okay, the way he plays under under Fulham, or the way he plays with Fulham rather, is a new found Marco Silva. I've watched Marco Silva with a couple of Premier League clubs, and it's always very high press, high tempo. But lately, it was actually a Manchester United fan that came on the show that just brought that to my attention, that this is a new Marco Silva. He told me he's more pragmatic. Since that day, I've been seeing a different Marco Silva, and I think he's here to stay. This time around, I think he's learned his lesson that staying in this league is an achievement on its own, which is what people like Sean Dyche, used to believe in, that just stay in the league. Eddie Howe, when he was with Bournemouth, is just staying in the league. And that gives them real peace of mind that it doesn't matter where we end up, as long as we stay in the league, it's fantastic. And I think it's good that Fulham have that mentality. They might then aspire to go top 10 or even, European stages. Well, we'll see. Anyway, well done to Marco Silva and Fulham fans. Leicester Tottenham. That's a shocking game. That's a shocking result. Nobody expected that, including yours truly. I never expected Tottenham to be trounced 4-1 by Leicester. Southampton Wolves. Well, Wolves seems to have woken up from their slumber, having whacked Liverpool last weekend. So kudos to them. Mr. Tepulugi is carrying on the momentum slowly. Let's hope, this is very interesting really for us. The more competitive games and, sudden shocks and results, the better for us. The more things for me to run my mouth on. I'll be now. Thank you. West Ham Chelsea, I don't want to talk about that, to be honest. Seriously, I don't want to talk about that because it's part of what I've said about Chelsea's problem. The same problem we had against Nottingham Forest. We played really well. We can't win. Against Aston Villa, we've played a lot of middle of the table clubs, bottom 10 clubs that we should have beaten. We are Chelsea. People that we should have beaten. Games that you expected to win because we're a top 4 club. You're a top club. But if you're at number 9, number 10, and it doesn't matter whether you spend 50 trillion. If you're not winning games, excuse me, forget it, I beg. So, Leeds, unfortunately, got beaten again by Man U today. I thought they would keep up from the midweek draw that, it could go either way, which could have happened. The game was so tight and so equal until the 88th minute. And then Man U just edged it. So kudos to Manchester United and Ten Hag. And kudos to Man U fans because people are not bigging you up enough. And I just suddenly realized we need to big you up now because you are doing something right. And you are progressing fantastically well. So well done, guys. Manchester City, Aston Villa, we said that is the first time Arsenal blipped because they drew and City won. So we shall see. 8 more goals to do from the countdown. And that's it for Sunday evening, really, folks. Have a lovely Sunday evening. And then we'll catch up tomorrow again. And then we're back every day, TWALE TV Sports. Follow us. Very important. Follow us and then go to our TWALE TV Entertainment and enjoy the entertainment shows there. Thank you, and tell everybody to tell everyone. Thank you so much. We love you. You can see I'm feeling a bit low tonight. Yes, I was so tired. I wasn't going to do the podcast this evening, to be honest. But I thought, no way. No way. Not with all these fans on my back. So we love you and we thank you. Let's catch up again tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Hasta la vista, baby. Ciao.
It's TWALE